with a real world full stack project. So this is my project, uh, a no code SaaS project that enables bidirectional synchronization between Excel sheets, CRM system, and invoicing tools. The goal of this system is to eliminate manual data transfer, reduce errors, and ensure a single source of truth across business models. Key features of this project is eliminating problems with real-time synchronization, conflict detection and resolution, AI-assisted field mapping, and global invoice complete handling. So basically, in most small and medium business, data is scattered across Excel sheets, CRM systems, and accounting tools, invoicing tools. This leads to manual copy paste, inconsistent records, and because this is transferring manually data between Excel sheets to CRM and CRM to invoicing tools, it can be unidirectional or bidirectional. So there is more chance to create errors. So this is this leads manual frequent errors. So in spite that my system solves that problem by automatically syncing data between system in both directions, ensuring consistent without manual effort. So now you can see this is my landing page of this website. So here this is you can see here pricing you can see the pricing here. And then when I go back, you can see here is documentation of this website, how to use. So uh, here is also bidirectional synchronization. You will this will guide you how to use this and which application this website supports, this project supports. You can see this type of application this project supports. Now you can see this is landing page. Here, finance terms I have shown here, and data partners, trusted partners. Now you can see three phases of automatic synchronization. First, autonomous discovery. Second, geometric reflection, global synchrony at last. And here you can see what this website solving basically, and what you are offering in traditional website. Here you can see a difference in financial operation. You can check this website. I will give a link and GitHub repo in description. You can check. You can see sales, and you can also check difference in inventory. So and also you can see real like this red cluster is showing traditional, and this blue area is showing how bind working. Now you can see liquid pipeline. This is landing page basically where you will see this is all. This is not breaking footer section. This all are working. So if you click here on feature, this will. So now we will go to authentication page. Get started. Here, if you are new users, you must have to register first. Otherwise, you can start login directly with your email and password. So I am going to register myself first. So you can see, uh, you can add email, email.com, and you must have to follow security protocol because this form is created using Formic and Yoop, which are professional validation. So you can here you will see how validation is working, what you need, and what you have actually completed, which will shown with green text. So So you can see I have put this partner code is optional. So let's wait for some seconds. Then it will enter us. Basically, it is taking time. Yes. So you can see we have login. So this is dashboard. It will randomly show your name, what you have uh, put your name at register time. It will show that name. So here you can see how landing page is showing. So this is showing. This is main dashboard of this application. Here we can see active syncs, process records, and detected conflicts and overall system health. So you can see system health latency throughout put. Mm, this is proper over effect. This provides real-time visibility into all synchronization activities. So now we will go to sync contracts. So now I will demonstrate how sync is configured. We will create a sync contracted by selecting a source system and a destination system. So here you can see, here is a new sign protocol sync contract is available. When I click that button, a new sync contracts will appear. This contracts defines how data flows between system, including field mappings and sync direction. So this two-way direction, so this is bidirectional, and source node is this, and target node is this. So now we will show field mapping. So here we can suggesting the type automatically suggests mapping fields such as mapping deal value to invoice amount. Like you can see, source system is showing first name and target system required first underscore name in lowercase. Also, you can see also if you want to phone number in target, you can if you want phone number, then you can see also for account you can see map field uh, company. So map to company, you can see how this is working. Now sync direction. So if you want to set up guide how to set up this. So if you want to data transfer from Excel sheets, then you can select this Salesforce CRM. You can also have a features that you can directly drag and drop your Salesforce file. I am going to show you that you can see this is loading times. Basically, this is my phone. I have drag and here I will drop. So this is accepting that, and if you want next field mapping, so it will show how your source field is showing and how will your target name showing. So in source customer name and in target account name, you can check others. Now sync direction. If you want bidirectional, you can select bidirectional, and if you want unidirectional, you can select this unidirectional. Then you will finalize deployment, and then this is how synchronization works. Now I am going to show you conflict section. When the same data is modified in multiple systems, the platform detects conflict. So if here is basically currently no conflicts, all conflicts are resolved. So we will return to dashboards. AI also provides recommended resolution on based on context. It presents both version and allows the user to choose which value to keep and which value to remove. So now we will go to pending entities section. Here total staged quantities 5, awaiting approval 0, security blocked 0, authorized 4. So here you can see pending entities. All Here is rejected, authorized, protocols status. You can see authorized, authorized, authorized. So here if you will click on this button, authorized all nodes, if you click on this, then all entities will get authorized. Otherwise, if you want to go for a single entities, then you can click here and you will get two options: authorized sync and reject record. If you will reject record, click then it will rejected, and if will authorized sync, it will authorized. So if I will authorized, here you can see authorized, it's seen. Here in second, if I will click reject, then you will see here is reject is updated. Here you can see also see here now it is seen as authorized, but when I click on this reject record, it will show rejected. So here how it is working. If you will click on critical, it will show critical high vector entities. And if you want to show staged, what has already staged entities. So now user can merge, edit or ignore these records to maintain data integrity. These are shown as pending entities with a confidence score. You can also see the score here, here you will show a score, currently no. So now I am going to show you how responsiveness of this website is. So I will go to inspect and show the responsiveness of this website. So if I will choose iPhone XR, you will see the responsiveness. If you want, I will go to landing page first. So you can see the proper layout is showing. Um, you can also see one thing that if I go to desktop mode, this nav bar is seen as this. And when I go to mobile responsiveness, then you can see that those navigation section turns into hamburger section, and here you will get those options: product pricing, documentation, and authentication. Uh, so this is also you can see for any other pages, this is now I am going to show you some more pages here. Like if you want to exit to home, you can go with exit to home. And here you if you click on this profile section, you will get this section. Here you can also drag and drag your pictures, profile photos. If I You can also drag and drop. This nav bar is seen as this. And when I go to mobile responsiveness, then you can see that those navigation section turns into hamburger section, and here you will get those options: product pricing, documentation, and authentication. Uh, so this is also you can see for any other pages, this is now I am going to show you some more pages here. Like if you want to exit to home, you can go with exit to home. And here you if you click on this profile section, you will get this section. Here you can also drag and drag your pictures, profile photos. If I You can also drag and drop here new pictures. Let me select. Let me select. I am selecting this. So you can see my picture is changed. So you can see this. So this is what it is. And if you are facing some delay in your system, then you can use this deploy pulsar button to reduce latency. See, when I click on this here you will see some message that latency reduced by 4 milliseconds. And now if you can check, if you want to log out here, uh, cancel or terminate. If you want to log out, you can click on terminate. If you want to stay on this page, you can click cancel. So if you click on cancel, you will stay on this page. And if you will terminate this button, you will terminate to login page or landing page as situation demand. So this is my basically project. Now I am going to demonstrate my Postman documentation. So here you can see, here is a sample request for login sync endpoint, and the response confirms successful execution with a structured JSON output. So you can see first uh, endpoint is health check. You can see this is link and how it will respond. You can check this Postman documentation for further knowledge how backend endpoint is working. This has basically currently 10 endpoint. In future, I will update with more endpoints. And if you want to contribute in this project, I will give link below in description where you can connect me and ask me if you can contribute. Now, uh, now I am going to show you my Figma design. So this is basically taking some time. Taking some time. Let's opening the Figma link. So these are the Figma design files used during the development process. Uh, they define the layout, components, and user flows of the application. How application will shown on the website. So you can see this is how my landing page will show. I have created in at the time of development process. So this is the Figma page. Now mm, deployment, for deployment I will show you some proof that I have deployed. So this is backend API. You can check if I will click here slash auth, you can check the message protocol bridge endpoint not found auth stack. Now if you will write here register, you will get another message uh, with auth register. And if you will change registered with login, you will get that the data with login, also with a timestamp. So this is fully deployed backend and frontend. So I have deployed backend on rendered currently and frontend on Vercel. So this is my GitHub repository. So I will give link of this GitHub repository below in description section of this video, where you can fork this and you will do what you can. So here you can see proper folder structure followed, and I have given this link, mandatory links, whatever is required, and I have mentioned here very professional style that what is problem solution and what challenge it facing and what I have solved and what impact it can create. And what I have used in this website, tech stacks, you can also see here. And what I have integrated to create this website, what is the architecture of this website, you can see. And what type of folder structure in backend and frontend both I have mentioned here. I have also mentioned some screenshots of my original project. You can see I have already shown you my website, so you can match here whether it is fake or real. So getting started, backend setup, frontend setup, you can set fork and then set in your local devices git clone. After git clone, design system, what type of color I have used here, typography, what type of typography I have used, spacing, status, border radius, a development process license, and last I have mentioned developer and feedback. If you want to feedback, you can connect me on LinkedIn, email, and GitHub. If you will click on this is working link, so if you will click on this, you will directly came across on my LinkedIn profile. And if you will I have given, you can contact me on this. And if you found any issue, you can directly click on this and you will come on this issue page and you can raise any issue regarding my project. Also you can have this project and start contribute. If your contribution will good, I will support you, and I will very happy if you want to contribute and excited to contribute on my project. I will be very happy. So this is my project. So thank you everyone